Hello everyone, I'm Grim, a freelance artist, and this week I am redoing my profile pictures across social media because, the one I currently have is not good. I want to polish it up since the one that I have now, as I said, it's kind of passable reference art that I have for my mascot. And it doesn't really tell you anything about my channel or my art, so we're going to fix that this week. Now, we're going to hop into the time-lapse of me doing that while I elaborate about why I wanted to update it and my goals for doing that new artwork. I'll also reflect a bit on how I think I did. So, getting into why I want to sit down and really put in the effort for a new profile picture for all of my social medias is because that is the thing that people see besides your name online. It identifies you with a visual element. It's how you bring in your colors, your mascot, your aesthetic, which as an artist, that's super important. Secondly, as a freelance artist, it's important to me for my profile picture to be my art. It shows off what I can do, what I like making, and it's a way of expressing myself. I don't always bother with that on Discord because I'm not trying to advertise my work on Discord unless I'm posting an announcement in my own server. So, now that you have the why, let's talk about the goals that I have to have for my art to support those. So if I'm trying to show off the vibes of my art, specifically my best work and what I like making, that means I have to do a little bit of self-reflection on my work. I know that I do dramatic shading and intense expressions really well, which means I need to include that in my profile picture. I also have a pretty wide range of things I like. I love wholesome, sweet stuff, but I also adore horror and really edgy media. So I want to try to do something to demonstrate that dichotomy in my profile picture, like maybe a split down the middle. But I'm sure you're seeing however I've already decided to do that in the time-lapse by now. So, Future Grim, why don't you take it away? Alrighty, Future Grim here. So, I think I definitely found a really interesting solution to doing the split down the middle effect that I wanted to do with this art. I ended up using a flame effect, and I think that's super cool. I don't think it will read as clear as I want when it's small on social media, but also it's super cool, so I ended up not really caring. And I'm also happy to work in a particle effect because that's also something I'm really good at drawing. I'm good at magic and lighting and elemental effects. So I'm happy to show that off. And I kind of alluded to it, but I still think the piece turned out super cool and I'm happy with the colors and the shapes. So I'm just gonna stick with it anyway. Plus, if I ever change my mind, I can always export versions without the splits, because I did fully draw both expressions, I just didn't fully shade both. Which, honestly, that probably wouldn't be too big of a tweak to do at the end of the day. And that's the new profile picture. Hopefully I have things updated by now when you're watching this. If not, yell at me in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. I had a bunch of fun designing this new profile picture, and I hope you enjoyed coming along on the design process with me. If there's something you want to see me sit down and put my design chops to, you should let me know in the comments below. But in the meantime, As much as I hate boiling people down to numbers, that is what YouTube does. So, if you would like to give me internet validation and let the computer know that this video was a good video, feel free to do that stuff. In the meantime, however, I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye!